Whitney Houston, a name that still resonates with millions around the world. She was the voice, a once-in-a-lifetime talent whose music brought joy to countless hearts. But behind her angelic voice and dazzling smile lay a story of triumph, struggle, and tragedy that shook the world. Let's go back to where it all began. Born on August 9, 1963, in Newark, New Jersey, Whitney Elizabeth Houston was destined for greatness. Her mother, gospel legend Sissy Houston, was her first mentor. Her cousin, Dionne Warwick, was already a star, and Aretha Franklin was her honorary aunt. Music wasn't just a part of Whitney's life, it was her foundation. As a teenager, Whitney sang in church and worked as a model. But it wasn't until she was discovered by Clive Davis that her journey to superstardom truly began. Her self-titled debut album, Whitney Houston, 1985, was a phenomenon, featuring hits like Greatest Love of All and How Will I Know. Suddenly, Whitney wasn't just a singer, she was a global sensation, and she didn't stop there. Her follow-up album cemented her place in history, and by the late 80s, Whitney was a household name. Then came the 90s, and her iconic role in The Bodyguard. Her rendition of I Will Always Love You became one of the greatest songs of all time. She had it all: fame, fortune, and a voice that could move mountains. But fame comes at a cost. Behind the scenes, Whitney was battling personal demons. Her marriage to Bobby Brown was filled with public ups and downs. And then there was her struggle with substance abuse, a fight that would haunt her for years. By the 2000s, Whitney's radiant image began to crumble. Her voice, once flawless, showed signs of wear. Fans watched in sorrow as the woman who once seemed invincible began to stumble. Yet, she never stopped trying. Her 2009 album, I Look to You, was her attempt to reclaim her throne. And for a moment, it seemed like she might. But the universe had other plans. On February 11, 2012, just hours before a pre-Grammy party, Whitney was found lifeless in a Beverly Hills hotel bathtub. The official cause of death was accidental drowning, with heart disease and cocaine use playing a role. She was only 48 years old. Her death sent shockwaves around the world. How could someone so talented, so loved, be gone so soon? It was a reminder that fame doesn't protect you from pain. Yet Whitney's story isn't just one of tragedy, it's one of legacy. She broke barriers, became one of the best-selling artists of all time, and inspired generations of singers. Beyoncé, Mariah Carey, Adele, they all stand on Whitney's shoulders. Her voice, her music, her spirit, it all lives on. Whitney Houston wasn't just a singer, she was a cultural icon, a trailblazer, and a symbol of raw talent. Her life may have been cut short, but her influence will last forever. So, let's celebrate Whitney, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Let us honor her for the joy she brought to the world, the barriers she broke, and the countless lives she touched. What's your favorite Whitney Houston memory or song? Share it in the comments below. Let's keep her spirit alive. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more stories about the legends who changed the world. Whitney's story is one for the ages, and it deserves to be remembered.